9
9x
equals 76. Wait,
really?
7.5.
Sorry, tell me what you're doing here. These two, this cancels with this, right?
Yeah.
That's gone. So
So
what's 76 minus 7?
um 68.
Isn't it 69?
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. So x equals
69
over.
over 9.
Okay, what do both of these divide by?
3.
That's right, go for it.
23 over 3.
Nicely done. Do you see what we're doing and why we're doing it? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
All right. Jessica. 0.4 repeated. How do you convert this to a fraction?
Times
Go for it.
multiply 10.
So we're going to have x is equal to 0.4 repeat. And I agree with you, multiply it by 10. And you're going to get 4.4 repeat. Why are you happy with this? Because the point, the decimal is the same, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm writing them on top of each other. Okay. Can you go ahead and subtract?
Well,
Pardon me? What's 10x minus 1x?
10x minus 1x equals to 9x.
And when we subtract the other side, this cancels out, right?
Yeah.
So tell me. 4 minus 0
equals 4.
Now what?
Divide.
Go for it.
Divide by 2.
So x equals 4 over 9. That's what we wanted. We want a fraction, right?
Yeah.
And there we go. Emily. G.
5.90 repeating.
All right, tell me.
So you can multiply by 100.
Times it by 100. What are you going to get?
590.90 repeating.
Why are you happy with this? Why are you happy with these two equations?
I don't know.
Because aren't these the same?
Yeah.
That's why you're happy with it. If you'd multiplied it by 10, it wouldn't have been the same. So let's set them up.
100x. Yeah, and then x equals 5.90 repeating. So 99x equals 585.
Nicely done.
So 585.
So do these reduce at all?
No.
What is 5 plus 8 plus 5?
18.
What does 18 divide by?
9.
So it divides by 9. Do you have a calculator or no calculator?
Calculator.
What's 585 divided by 9?
65.
99 divided by 9? Please don't use a calculator.
11.
Thank you. There's your answer. Yes?
Yeah.
Sophia, let's do H.
0.5 repeating 90.
That's correct. So we can't use the same thing that Emily just used, can we?
No. Should you like
So what are we
multiply
gonna
by
do?
10?
Pardon
and then
me?
multiply? Should you just multiply by 10 and then multiply it by like 1,000?
Yes. So we're going to multiply by 10 to get 5.90 repeating. Yes?
And then multiply by, so then 1,000x equals 590.90 repeating.
That's right. Why are you happy with this setup?
Because you can subtract it.
Because
And
these are equal. Exactly. Because you can subtract it. All right, let's set it up.
So 990x equals 585.
Sorry, I lost for a second. 990x
Equals 585.
equals 585. Agreed.
X equals 585 over 990.
Can you reduce?
117 over
You divided by 3?
5.
You divided by 5. Very nice. Go ahead. What does it give you? I didn't.
5 over 5.
117.
So 117 over 198.
117 over 198.
You can divide both those two by 9.
Agreed.
13 over 22.
Very nice. 22. 21, 22.
22.
22. I wrote down the wrong one. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Nicely done. That makes sense. Lovely. All right. What are we doing? Okay. Okay, let's do 4 more just so that we're all getting really good at this. Wait a sec, that was Sophia, right? Charlotte, it's your turn, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes, Charlotte? You feeling good about this? You want to do another one of these or you got it?
sure.
Sure, do another one?
Yeah,
Okay, do you want that really? I'm gonna, because you're the first on this hit list, you get to choose between I, J, K, and L. Which one do you want?
L.
Let's do L. So you have, so what are you gonna do first? So it's 0.27 is the repeating part, right?
Yeah,
So we're gonna multiply it first by 10, right? To get 1.27 repeating. So that 1 is out of the way. Do you agree?
yeah.
So what are we also gonna multiply it by?
100.
Let's see if 100 works. If we multiply it by 100, we get 12.72. Are they the same now?
No.
No. So that wasn't enough. So what would you like to do now?
1,000.
That is correct. You want to get the decimals the same. So it's going to be 1,000x. And so you get 127.27 repeat. Yes?
Yeah.
Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Agreed. Let's set them up. 1,000x equals 127.27. Subtract 10x equals 1.27 repeat. Yes?
Yeah.
Let's subtract. What's 1,000 minus 10?
990.
What's 127.27 repeat minus 1.27 repeat? This is not a hard question because look what happens.
You can cross out
So what am I left with?
1. Wait, no, 27.
127 minus 1. What's 127 minus 1?
126.
That's right. See, it wasn't that hard, right?
Yeah.
Now what do you do?
126 over
9, 9. Mhm. Do they all divide by 9?
Yeah.
Yep. 126 divides by 9. Do you have a calculator or no?
No.
It's 14. And 999 divided by 9?
111.
That, oh, wait a second. It's 9. It's 90. It's not, there we go. 110. Sorry, my mistake. And is it redundant? Are you done?
No.
Go for it.
7
Divide
over
by 2.
5. No, 55.
Very nice. Good. Jessica, would you like another one?
Yeah.
You get to choose between I, J, and K.
I.
You want to choose I? You want to choose the hardest one?
No.
That's the hardest one. Why don't we choose J? J is 2.837 repeat, yes?
Yeah.
Since the repeat is in the decimal, we can just say X is equal to 2.837. So now we need another one that's going to give us the same decimal. So we're going to multiply it by?
One.
By what?
Multiply by
Are you looking at the whiteboard?
Yeah.
Okay, what did I just write?
1,000.
We multiply it by 1,000x, which is going to give us 2,837.837. Are you happy with this? Look at this and look at this. Are they the same or different?
Same.
They're the same, and that makes us happy. So we have 1,000x equals 2,837.837 repeat. And we're going to subtract x, which equals 2.837 repeat. All right, let's do it. What's 1,000 minus 1? Come on, Jessica. 1,000 minus 1.
9.
99.
999. What do we do on the other side?
You also,
So what is, when you subtract those, the other two numbers, what do we get? And 35, yes?
yeah,
All right, now what? You divide
yeah,
and you reduce.
divide by 9.
Correct. The top divided by 9 gives 315, and the bottom divided by 9 gives? $1,000, 111, right?
Yeah.
They both divide by what now?
They both divide by
They both divide by 3.
yeah.
The top divided by 3 is 105, and the bottom divided by 3 is 37. Final answer. Good. Done. Nice. Emily, would you like one more?
Sure.
Which one do you want?
Um,
Why don't you take I?
can I do L?
Can you do L's done? You can do
Oh.
K.
Okay.
You want to do K?
Okay.
0.2837 with the 837 repeat. Go for it. What do we do?
You multiply by 10,000.
I would first multiply. Yes, I would. Okay, I would first multiply it by 10. Yes. Why did I do that?
Because the repeating sign wasn't like on the
Yep.
two.
And so now I need to multiply it by 10,000, as you so correctly said, to give us what?
2,837.837 repeating.
Why are you happy with this situation?
Because you could subtract that.
These two are the same. So when you subtract, they will disappear. So let's set them up. I put, yeah. And what do you do now?
9,990 x equals 2,835.
Agreed. So what's your X equal to? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you do to reduce?
Divide the numerator and denominator by 9, I guess.
Yes. And you know what? They divide by 9 and they divide by 5. Do you agree?
So 45.
So 45. Do you have a calculator or no calculator?
I have a calculator.
Do you want to do it? Tell me what you get. 2,835 divided by 45.
63 over 222.
Excellent. You done? Nope. What do they both divide by?
By 3.
Agreed.
So the first 21 over 74.
I agree. Thank you so much. Sophia, would you like one more?
Sure.
Okay, I'm not going to give you I because that's going to be very painful. Do you want to do I, or should we just make it slightly easier?
I don't want to.
You want to do I?
I don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to. Got it. I think you said wanted to, and I was like, okay, fine, we'll do I. Let me give you a new I. I'll give you a new I. Negative 0.234 repeated. This part.
So multiply it by 10, so 10x equals 2.34 repeat.
Okay, yes. Are we good?
And then so multiply that by, so 1000x equals negative 234.34 repeating.
Oops, I just made a mistake. Yes. Agreed?
And
Why are you happy with this?
so, add those two.
Why are you happy with them? Because the decimals are the same, yes?
Yeah.
All right,
Could
let's
you
set it up.
add those two?
You're not going to add them. You're still going to subtract them.
Yeah. So 990x equals negative 232.
Perfect. Because you went up 2. Love it.
And so x equals negative 232 over 99.
And I don't think they can divide by anything that's common. Good. Nicely done. All right, that is that chapter done. We are moving on to chapter 12. Okay. I need to put a line down. I want to talk about, this is talking about modular math. And what people seem to forget is they use modular math all the time without even knowing it. I want you to think about the fact that, anybody know what today's date is? Let me start with Charlotte. Do you know what today's date is?
Like just a date?
Yeah, the day of the week. What number? What day of the? What is it? It's a Monday, and it's February what?
12.
It's February 12th. Okay, 12th. All right. Next week we are not having class. Does everyone know that? It's a holiday in Ontario, in Canada, and so some students are Canadian. I don't know what you guys are. So can you tell me, Charlotte, what is the day next week that we're not having class?
Maybe like
How many days between now and next week?
6.
7, right? 7 days to get to next week,
Yeah.
right? So what would the date be next week?
19.
The 19th. So we're not meeting then. So what's the next day we are meeting? Let's say 21.
Yeah.
26. Very nice, class. This is how modular math works. because you know you're not adding 10, because like lots of people would be like, whoa, we always add 10 to everything. No, in this case, we're adding 7. We're going by 7. So Jessica, if one date was February 13th, what is the next date a week later?
20.
20th. What's the next date a week later?
February 27.
Right. And then you're going to have to figure it out. March isn't so easy. We can't add it 7 anymore, can we?
Yeah.
Right. And if you have March, Emily, if you have March 3rd, what's a week later?
March 10th,
And a week later,
March 17th,
and a week later,
March 24th,
and a week later is tough, right? Oh, is there a week later? Yes, there is.
31st.
That's right. Because March has 31 days. Yes?
Yeah.
So we've got to know all these factors. Sophia, if I have June 5th, what's a week later?
June 12th,
And a week later,
June 19th,
and a week later,
June 26th,
and a week later.
July.
It'd be July. When we have to figure out how many days there are in June, and then so it gets harder. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So far, so good. All right. Okay. Let's start with this. 2020, so chapter 12, 12.1. Charlotte, could you please read the question?
The clock below has 5 numbers on its face, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The clock has only one hand, which moves around the circular face from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, back to 0. In that order. We set the clock at 20 and let it begin ticking clockwise. The first 12 numbers it hits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, and 2.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's write them out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0, and then it starts all over again, correct?
Yeah.
So if it's 6 ticks, because that was the 5th tick, isn't the 6th tick 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna rewrite this. I'm gonna write this again. Okay, so the first tick it hits is 1. The second tick is 2. The third tick is 3. The fourth tick is 4. The 5th tick is 0. Yes,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna start all over again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes.
Yeah.
So what's the 11th tick going to hit? The 1, right?
Yeah.
What is the 12th tick going to hit?
2.
The 2, right?
Yeah.
What is the 13th tick going to hit?
3,
What is the 14th tick going to hit?
4,
And the 15th tick?
0,
And the 16th tick?
1.
Excellent. Charlotte, the 17th tick, what is that going to hit? So this clock is going around and around and around, right?
1,
Right? So every time when it hits 17, it's going to hit 2. When it hits 18, what's it going to hit? The 3.
Yeah,
When it hits the 19th tick, what's that going to hit?
4,
And the 20th tick, what's that going to hit?
5,
No, it does not hit a 5. There's no 5 on the clock.
0,
What is the 21st tick going to hit?
1,
And the 22nd tick?
2.
Got it. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Emily, do you see a pattern here?
Yeah.
All right. So it's a very similar pattern to one you noticed before. I think it was you who noticed it. So, because there are 5 possible options, right?
Yeah.
So if the number is divisible by 5 evenly with a remainder of 0, it hits what? It hits the 0. If the number is divisible by 5 and there's a remainder of 4, it hits 4. Yes?
Yeah.
If the number is divides by 5 with a remainder of 3, it hits the 3. If the number is divisible by 5 and has a remainder of 2, it hits the 2, right?
Yeah.
And tell me about this column.
If a number divides by 5 and has a remainder of 1, then it hits 1.
It's going to hit the 1. Yes?
Yeah.
By the way, this is called modulo 5 or mod 5. If we're counting by 5. So it uses, so whenever you use the word modulo and a number, it always uses one number less. So a modulo 6 would use 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, always starts with 0. We'll talk more about that in a second. Okay, so far so good. So Sophia, A, what does the clock tick after 20 ticks? Look at our chart. Was in our chart.
Would it be 0?
Correct. And how you prove that is you say 20 divided by 5 equals 4, remainder 0. So it's going to hit 0. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. B, Charlotte. It was in our chart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Go look at our chart.
B.
Can't you see our chart? I'm confused.
Yeah, I can.
So why can't you tell me the number?
Um,
The 21's right here.
well,
You see, I just circled it in black.
yeah.
And so the 21st tick is going to be with the
1.
right. So how do you prove that using math? We say 21 divided by 5. 21 does not divide by 5, does it?
Yeah.
What's the closest number that divides by 5 to 21?
4.
Right. So we say 4 times 5, which is 20, plus 1. So which column is it going to be? It's going to be in the first column. Therefore, it's 1. Yes?
Yeah.
C. Jessica.
To what number does the clock point after 22 ticks?
Can you look at our chart? Who's in our chart? 22 is what column?
2.
Right. How can you prove this by math? Does 22 divide by 5?
No.
What number closest to 22 divides by 5?
4.
20, yes. So 4 times 5, which is 20. And how much is remaining?
Remaining.
2, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be in the second column. I mean, 20 plus 2 is 22. Thank you very much. Okay, just a second. My web board just died for a second. There we go. D, Emily. 25.
Over 5 is 5 times 5 and plus 0.
So what is it going to hit?
5. Wait, no, 0.
0, right. It's going to hit the 0, yes? Because
Yeah.
it's in that fifth column.
Yeah.
E. Sophia. What does E say? 29, right?
Point after 29 tick.
Now, 29 is not in our columns anymore. We could extend our column, but what happens if they're asking us for the 500th tick? So we want to be able to do this without doing that, yes?
Yeah.
So how do you do it?
So you point under line 5. So you get 5 remainder 4.
So what do you know now?
It's 4.
It's in the fourth column. Very nice. F, Charlotte.
Zero.
So 30, right? Is that
Yeah.
what you, yeah? Tell me what you're thinking.
Equals 6 times 5, which plus 0.
That's right. So it's going to be in the 0 column. Very nice. Jessica.
To
G
what?
says 36.
Yeah. 36 of 5.
What's the closest number that you can get to with to 36?
6.
Pardon?
6.
6 times 5 is 30. I can get closer. Six wasn't too much. Enough. Do another one. What's more than 6?
7.
Right? 7 times 5 is what?
35.
Plus how many to get to 36?
1.
So what column will it be in?
Column 1.
There we go. H, Emily.
41 over 5. So it's 8 times 5 plus 1.
There we go. So what column will it be in?
1.
So 36 and 41 will be in the same column, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And and it's also easy because 36 plus 5 is 41. Yeah?
Yeah.
Just like we did. Okay. H and I. Sophia, 593.
593 divided by 5 is
Whatever it is, isn't going to end in 0.
no. No. It'll end it. It'll have a remainder of 30.
Right. So what column is it going to be in?
The third.
The third column. Perfect. Okay. Nicely done, ladies. Give me 1 minute to figure out what I'm